like this we can do that. Now let's talk about ticket class. Example showcasing class as a object factory. How can you say that class is uh, an object factory or object factory? So let me put one example for it. Railway stations provide ticket machines that print a ticket when a customer inserts the money for their fare. Generally, you do that. It is not here in Motihari, but you can find it out in any big stations. In this example, we shall define a class that models these ticket machines. So when we are keeping this machine in mind, then what are the things that we have to do while doing the programming? We'll keep our simulation fairly simple to start with. Our ticket machines work by customers inserting money into them and then requesting a ticket to be printed. So these are the process that we are doing it. A machine keeps running total of the amount of money it has collected throughout operation, or simplified machine only print ticket of a single price. So this way it works like this, so what are the things that we have to keep in mind? Small wrapping that simply name the class, because class is the first thing that we have to write. So that's why it's called wrapping, just like a chocolate. Final cover is given to protect the things which is inside it, and this class is called outer wrapping. So the general form of the outer wrapping appears as follows. Just look at this structure: class name, and the curly brace starts, and inner part of the class will be given. Here it is omitted, only the example is showing. So now it is closed. So like this is called outer wrapping. But there are many more things that will go inside this. So let's look at. The main purpose of the outer wrapping is to provide a name for the class. The name must follow the rules for identifiers, naming conventions. You must be knowing that naming conventions. Let me put it once again. That naming convention, like that class name should start with capital letter. It should not start with number. There should not be any spaces. No special character should be given. So these are the rules and regulations that you have to know while giving the class. In the book, we'll name the class beginning with the capital letter, though it is not compulsory, but we are supposed to give. Okay, so let me write one example for this also. Class is the class name is the ticket. Inner part of the class is omitted only for example. Inner part. Now let's talk about the inner part. So far we have just spoken about the outer part. So let's speak about inner part. So the inner part of the class is where we define the fields or instance variables, constructors and methods or functions that give the object of that class their own particular characteristics and behavior. So therefore, the components of a class are as follows. The fields can be said as instance variables, store data for each object to use. The constructors allow each object to be set up properly, means our initial value should be given. So whenever we talk about constructor, please keep in mind that we are supposed to initialize, and initialization means the value should be given to the variable, because if we are not giving any value to any variable, that means program is not going to be executed. So constructor will take care of all this. The methods implement the behavior of the objects. So method is basically action. That action can be done on the variable. Let's look at this class and the class name. Fields or instance variables can be given, constructors can be given, functions or methods can be given, and then closing. So outer wrapping class name, curly brace starts and curly brace closed, but inner wrapping are many things: fields or instance variables, constructors, functions or methods. Okay, so these are the things that we have to learn. So let's talk about fields. What do you know about fields? So fields, we can say that fields are an object. Fields is an object. Field is member variable. Field is given to store the data. Fields are also known as instance variables because each instance of the class contains its own copy of these variables. So thus the data for one object is separate and unique from the data for another. How? Look at example. The ticket class has three fields: first price, then balance, and finally total. Many more can be given, but primary three are given. All of these fields are associated with monetary items. No doubt, price is money, balance is also money, and total is also money. So that a ticket machine object had to deal with these three. The price field stores the fixed price of a ticket in rupees or dollar, whatever. The balance field stores the amount of money inserted into the machine by user prior to asking for a ticket to be printed. The total field stores a record of total amount of money inserted into the machine by all users since the machine object was constructed. Okay, so these are the models, these are the thinking that we are doing while creating a class. So public class ticket, and then int price should be integer type, data type int is notifying data type. Int balance, again the balance should be integer type and total should be integer type. Methods are not given right now because just we are letting you know how to declare, how to give. Now we are going to explain more about the fields. Fields can be visualized as small amounts of space inside an object. So whenever field is given, just keep in mind we are creating field to have a proper space in the memory of the computer so that the data related to that field can be saved and we can work on it. Every object created of the class will have some space of every field declared in its class. So you can see that one figure is given 2.1 for a diagrammatic representation of an object of ticket class with its three fields. So see, ticket one object, this is object, and objects are having these three: price, balance, totals. And so all three fields are of type integer. This indicates that each can store a single whole number. Whole number means no decimal point. The fields have not yet been assigned any values. Right now it's empty. Once they have, we can write each value into the box representing the field. So the notation is similar to that used in BlueJ to show objects on the object bench, except in BlueJ For space regions, the fields are not displayed on the object icon. We can, however, see them by opening an inspector window. So generally it will look like this, but whenever we do programming, it is not, we are not viewing the spaces like this, but we can check it in the inspector window if you want to. So methods, functions. Let's talk about the method and function. The price, balance and total fields are all the data items that ticket machine object needs to fulfill its role of receiving money from a customer. Printing tickets and keeping a running total of all the money that has been put into it. Let us now see very briefly how the methods use these fields to implement the behavior of ticket machine. Methods and constructors will be covered in detail in the next chapter. That the general form of method is given below. Look at type, name and the parameter list. Means type is the data type and name is the identifier and parameter the argument that we are supposed to give to get the result, body of the method inside it. So this is the structure of method or function, where type specify the type of data that I already told to you returned by the method. This can be any valid type. Name is the name of the method or function. It can be any legal identifier. Legal means you are following the rules and regulation. Parameter list is a sequence of type and identifier, pairs separated by comma, that you can write int num1, comma int num2, comma int num3, like this. They are essentially variables that receive the value of the arguments. So once you want to receive some values, then we are supposed to give the arguments when it is called. So method can have parameters to provide additional information for a task. What I want, what we are going to get, that we have to give into the parameter list. If a method has no parameters, the list will be empty. So empty parenthesis will be given. Okay, let us look at one method of ticket class. Get price. Given below is the code of method get price. Class ticket. Fields omitted. Only example. Constructor omitted. Function to return the price of ticket. So this is the function int get price. Function or method. Curly brace. Return price. Price should given into this price method. Remaining methods omitted, and like this it is closed. So methods have two parts, a header and body. So keep in mind there are two parts. One is header, another is body in the method. So what is header? So header given below. So given left side is the method header for get price, int get price. So this is the method header, int get price. The above statement is known as the method signature. Also we can say that this is method signature. This header can be said as a method signature. So it is important to distinguish between method signatures and field declarations. Field declarations means the variables with values. Variables with data type. Field declarations means variable with data type. Because they can look quite similar, you can tell that get price is the method and not a field because it followed by pair of parentheses. Also note that there is no semicolon at the end of the signature. So method is given, you can identify that if there is no semicolon is given at the end of this method, then you can